So you just go to join.nearpod.com. Once you go to that site, it'll ask you to enter a lesson code and you'll just type that in. And if anybody's used Nearpod before, great. If not, you're going to experience it like a student first. Like 20 more seconds to open that. And this is a learn by doing experience, just to let you all know. So you're going to do a mini maker session. If that is not your style, I apologize, but it's only 10 minutes, so it's okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because it will confuse you if you see my version of the Nearpod. So you should, at this point, see a slide. I'm going to switch you forward. So you should see a slide that's a screenshot of some text I have with a student. If anybody is having a hard time, let me know. I'll copy over the lesson code if anybody needs it still. Okay, so my inspiration for this entire thing, like lots of us get our inspiration, I think, was a student. And I was just texting to check in with her, and she talked about missing how science could be hands-on. And that really stuck with me of like, just because we're from a distance doesn't mean we can't still do hands-on activities with our students. So that was sort of the start of this all. So this is what my classroom would look like if we were in person. And my question was, what could a maker space or making, or even doesn't have to be maker officially, but just doing something more hands-on, what could that look like during distance learning? So this is your brief student experience. At the end, I can talk more about this, but this picture in the corner is a maker kit that I put together for my students. So each of my 8th graders got a mix of materials that they would do these maker experiences with. You don't have to do that. You can have them just use rubber bands and recycling items they have at home, but that was, I got a grant to be able to do that for my students. So you should see now a question. So as you're thinking about it, you will just type in, this is a brainstorm, so you'll just type a quick idea and everyone else will be able to see what you say. You can also share a picture if you prefer to show your ideas visually. So you're just gonna brainstorm what is something you could design or make that would make your shelter-in-place time more enjoyable, comfortable, or relaxing. Specifically design or make, not buy, ideally. So give you a minute or so to brainstorm.
You feel the fan?
I see somebody's noticed you can like other people, so you can click the little heart if you want to celebrate somebody's idea. Like 10 more seconds, and then I'm going to move us on. Lots of great ideas. Tree trimmers, bird feeders. I did a maker bird feeder myself. It was pretty fun. Students gave me some great feedback. Okay, and move us on. So I'm sorry to say that I will not be able to solve all of your woes related to shelter in place in these like 8 more minutes we have left, but you will be building a prototype of the object that will help you make your shelter in place time more comfortable, enjoyable, or relaxing. And can I have, let me find you all on Zoom. Janet, can I have you read what a prototype is for us?
A prototype is a model meant to show your first draft ideas. It does not need to be perfect. prototypes help us test out whether an idea is doable.
So just want to emphasize that for you all, that this is not a, oh, and this is my perfect
You
neck
okay?
pillow I'm going to use forever. It's just a prototype.
You okay?
So I might change this to 60 seconds, and I really mean like actually you can go get materials. So take about a minute. If you need to go somewhere else in your house real quick, grab some things, but you're going to build a little mini prototype of whatever the thing is that will make your shelter in place time better for you. So if you need to go to a recycling bin in your house, whatever, I recommend binder clips, that sort of thing. So you can take 1 minute. You can step away from your computer or turn your camera off for a sec if that's what you prefer, and go get some materials to build a prototype. And let me know if you have questions while you go grab some stuff. Thanks, Tracy.
I put comfy clothes. Can I just rip my uncomfortable clothes off so that I just have comfortable clothes?
I think we're all, well, I'll speak for myself, dressing very comfortably from the waist down. Yep. Okay. Even if people aren't back from grabbing their things, I'm gonna show the next step. So if you're back with your materials, or if you're still at your computer, this is a prompt just to have you draw a quick sketch, and I'll be able to see what you draw, but nobody else can see what you draw. So on your actual screen, you can click around with your mouse and do a quick sketch of what your design plan is. And I will say, just, I'm pushing you all along, but with students, this would be like a 40-minute session. It would not be so like, okay, now come back and build and do all the things, but can sketch. I see a few people have some in progress drawings. And with students, this is a time where I might ask them, like, Susan, can I share your drawing? And I can show it on my screen, but I always ask them first, because so they feel more comfortable drawing whatever their ideas might be. Give people like 10 more seconds. Okay, final details. So I'm gonna move us on, and you won't be able to work on your drawing anymore. Sorry about that. I know it's disruptive to be in the middle of something and have it be pushed on. Okay, I'm going to move us on to the next step. So for the sake of time, I probably won't like have us actually build a bunch right now. But with students, I would have them either keep their camera on if they want to, or what a lot of my students do is go like this and I can just see their hands. They're much more comfortable doing that than showing their faces as 7th and 8th graders. So I think, Tracy, what's my time? 1 minute, okay. So I'm gonna have us do a couple more steps. Imagine that you built, because we don't have time to build, or you can build while I keep talking. So basically you would have build time, and then you would show on the camera what you built, or just show the thing you built. And then a lot of my kids go like this, don't show their face, and then they would type in the chat whose design they're curious about, or if they want to explain their design more to me. And then this next question, I'm going to skip this because we didn't have building time, just to show you a couple more question types in Nearpod, which I definitely recommend this resource if you know that you'll be doing small groups with students virtually. You can also have a poll question. So you can answer this poll of, sorry we didn't have the build time, that was like the whole point, but it's okay. You can put your vote of how was this? And even if students are doing this asynchronously, I always put a question asking them to share how the experience was for them, just so I can get their feedback and improve.
So it looks like we have a question. Do the students use Chromebooks for this with a camera, or is this like an open software? Will it work on PCs, Macs, or whatever?
Yeah, it'll work on anything. Some students use their phone, that sort of thing. If I'm doing it synchronously with students, like a live lesson, then I'll have them have Zoom open and Nearpod open just so they can see my face and I can see their faces. But there's the option for them to do it asynchronously too without Zoom at all.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, I see Nearpod is like all the other programs where they'll give you a certain amount of everything for free. So like, for example, I had it free until the end of June, and now I'm back to a basic account. They do, you all should just ask Nearpod to give you a few months free because they do have tons of lessons already made, and they have like NASA aligned resources and those sorts of things, lots of like virtual reality things, phenomena that students can explore if you have the upgraded account.
Awesome.
And yeah, that brainstorm page is within Nearpod. You can get a Google Slides add-on. So I made it all in Google Slides with the Nearpod add-on. But I didn't use any other apps besides Google Slides and Nearpod.
Fantastic.